Kia ora koutou, and welcome to this particularly stunning day in Aotearoa, a lovely summer's day. This video is about New Year's resolutions. And the thing is, I don't really care much for New Year's resolutions. For me, they're mostly things that Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers and gym companies use to market people into buying their product. Not really my cup of tea. But this year's been a little different because since middle of December, I've been quite ill, and I'm finally starting to feel 95% back to normal. But I've spent a month in and out of hospital, in and out of seeing doctors, getting tons and tons of blood tests, and generally being a pretty miserable shit. And illness is one of those things that just makes you reevaluate what you're up to. This is not me saying I'm going to be doing any less on the channel. What it is me saying that I'm going to be picking different priorities for the coming months. You see, most of my time is spent looking after my daughter Anne. So I am the primary caregiver. I'm the one who stays at home with her, and she doesn't go to daycare, she doesn't go to kindergarten, she's still too young, and we don't really want to put her into a daycare environment, especially not, all things considered, over the last couple of years involving the pandemic. We've been quite cagey about putting her in a place like that until she's a little bit older, especially because she had health problems when she was little. So for the next 4 months or so, she's going to be at home the whole time. That means I get to work on the channel in the evenings and when she's having a nap, like now. So Steph's working from home today, and Steph's keeping an eye on her having a nap while I have this time out in the sun. Ooh, that sun is particularly bright and warm today. So I've ducked under our new outdoor table, which is right beside the Whare Kemu, which is the games house. That's where we do all of the channel testing and where all the games are kept. Yeah, so for the next few months, I'm going to drop back from last year. I was doing 2 videos a week and really trying to push out the recaps, just like putting them out. And that led to me having pretty much a 7-day-a-week work cycle where put baby down, go to work, do channel stuff. Then Steph would get home from work, we'd have like dinner for an hour and a half, and then I'd be working on the channel all evening, finishing up at like 11 o'clock. Which is not exactly the healthiest thing to do. And what it meant was when I got COVID in about October, and then when I got this other thing in December, they just knocked the stuffing out of me. I had no resilience, no sort of extra capacity to sort of keep going. I just fell in a heap both times. And this time especially, it's been quite awful. I spent Christmas Day at Kenepuru Hospital, and I spent the 28th at Newtown Hospital. I've been to the doctors 5 times and had 4 batteries of blood tests done. So all in all, just a pretty rough month. A whole bunch of symptoms I am not going to list off because, you know, some of them aren't particularly pleasant. But right now it's still, I've got a bit of fatigue, a bit of ongoing fatigue. It is hard to make it through a day just doing normal things, and a bit of nerve damage to my extremities. So I've got this sort of weird pins and needlies feeling. And it kind of hits home one of the shitty things about YouTube, and that is create content or die. Like you have to be making stuff constantly, or the algorithm just beats the crap out of you. So if you're not putting out new content, YouTube forgets about you real quick. And spending a month off sick where I only put out 1 video, and that was mostly done before I got sick, and then I just kind of cobbled the editing together and uploaded it. Yeah, it certainly has not helped, but we do have a content plan coming up, and instead of doing a bunch of recaps for the next month or so, I'm going to be focusing on the end of year kind of videos. So we will be taking a look at the shelf of opportunity. We will be taking a look at the games I got rid of last year, and we will be doing our game awards. So that'll be 3 weeks worth of content. I've also got to still work through Frosthaven, which has been sitting on my table in there for a month untouched. I've played through the first 2 scenarios, and then I got sick, so I haven't done anything about it, and I really need to go back and go, well, that was a month ago. I've pretty much forgotten most of what the game is about. I'm rambling a little bit here, but that's the sort of video it is. What I really want to say is thank you to my patrons who have let me be sick for a month and not pulled their backing, not gone, oh, you're not putting out a video, pull the plug on you. That's been really good because this is my job, and if I'm not getting new revenue from YouTube, I'm really existing on Patreon. So if you do want to keep the channel going, you know, support us on Patreon. It really, really, really does help. It's not my plan to be sick routinely, but it's the kind of thing that when it comes along, it is nice to have that little bit of backup there that I can sort of rely on, because otherwise it all goes away really quick. So yeah, I'm deliberately shooting outside the Whare Kemu, the games house, because I don't feel like I've started back at work yet. So this video is really signaling the intent that I'm 95% back to better. I feel like I could actually face doing some work again for the first time in over a month. And yeah, it's just to say that I'm alive, we're all doing well, and yeah, we're gonna get back into it. And thanks to those people who are still watching, even though we haven't been on the air for a month. Take care, everyone, and thanks for supporting 3 Minute Board Games. And if you want to keep us going, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, support us on Patreon. Ka kite anō. Take care.